What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck 9916. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator episode 18. I actually remembered what episode it is this time. We are here in Rīzekne, Latvia, and we're going to be heading up to Tartu in Estonia in this episode. 4 hours and 30 minutes. In today's delivery, we'll be taking 12 tons of beans up to the BLT in Tartu. So 7 hours 20 to our next rest stop, 4:35 in this delivery. We did this nice back-in the last episode, if you can remember. I kind of saved it and ended up with a good one. So let's turn... Why are my lights on? Let's turn those off, go ahead and get this engine started up. Click that park and brake off, put it up in the drive, and go ahead and head on out of here and get this delivery going. Alright, nice and easy. Cool. I'm trying to learn to just take things a little bit slower when it comes to actually maneuvering the truck rather than just whipping in and out of a spot. Try to, really back in properly, try to obey the traffic laws a little bit better, and just try to have a smoother game experience overall, because that's been one of the problems, obviously, is me not looking for these changes in speed limits because I get distracted by talking and looking at the map and looking at scenery. Mostly looking at scenery. But then backing in, I just have a tendency to go too fast. And that's because when I played on a keyboard, I got really good at backing in. Like, I could back into anything easily. And now that I use a wheel, I still haven't completely mastered that skill yet. So that's something that I need to work on just a little bit. And I think the best way to do it is just by taking my time until I get it right. So that's one thing that I want to work on a little bit. Make sure I get these roundabouts done properly too, because we know how those have gone throughout the series, but I think I've gotten better at those now. Alright. I gotta get over here now. See, I just gotta stay on the inside and then kind of cut through. The right lane's just for turning right. Then you want to go in that left lane if you're gonna go another direction and kind of cut over in the middle of it. They're kind of weird how they work, but it's how they work. That was a bit of a lag spike right there, by the way. That's one thing that we have not had much of. Apparently there's an NVIDIA update, but I don't think that's not what my graphics card is, so that shouldn't affect me. I heard some people on Reddit talking about how it was affecting Prepared, which is the flight simulation game. But my computer's still pretty new, so lag spikes, like we just had another one right there. So that's actually kind of interesting to see those two lag spikes, because that's something that I have not had much of a problem with. We'll go ahead and go past this roundabout, and then we'll take a look at the map today before we kind of get into the core of the video. But I hope you guys are... Oh my goodness, another lag spike. Wow. Don't know what's going on with that. Again, this is a very new gaming PC, and this is not something that should be happening, so I really hope that this is not a... I hope that this is just kind of a one-off type of thing with what's going on right now. Kind of concerning, though. Alright, we'll wait for you, Mr. Truck, and you, Mr. Car. Oh, you're going there. Okay. I know these trucks kind of go in reverse a little bit too. They don't really. You gotta hold those brakes if you're not hitting the gas. Okay. Let's take a look at our map though. Just up the... What road is this? It doesn't even say. Up to that, A2, and then just taking 2 up to Tartu. So should be a fairly straightforward delivery. We'll get there around 10:06, so that'll be just in time for us to sleep for the night and start another delivery in the morning. That's one thing I've timed these well is not driving at night too much. I know it gets dark super late now, so, I don't really have to worry about that, but anyway, I've timed it nice. But getting into the content today, I hope you guys are having a good Saturday afternoon. It's actually Friday night as I record this. I uploaded 2 videos last night because for some reason I had uploaded a video. Obviously we just had the regular video from yesterday, and then I had uploaded a video before that a couple days ago, and I think YouTube told me that I saw a video that was like never uploaded from processing, and I deleted it, I think by accident, not realizing that was the video that I just deleted. And I had uploaded that, like, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday or something. Luckily the raw video file was sitting in my trash file, so I was able to kind of get that one re-uploaded last night. I thank goodness I was able to get that done. So, oh my goodness, speed limit's 50. Where did that come from? I swear I did not see the sign on that one. See, I don't get it. I swear I didn't see the sign. Maybe I'm just really that bad of a driver. I have no idea. But we noticed in time, so we're good on this one. Anyway, I was able to get that re-uploaded last night, thank goodness. And there won't be an episode missing. So that's why you may see kind of a discrepancy in the uploads, the order of the uploads versus the episode of the videos, with episode 16 going up after 17. That was just due to that mistake. So I feel bad that I didn't get it uploaded, because that means there wasn't a video on my channel for like a week, when in reality I had uploaded one every few days, and I just didn't get around to that. So unfortunately that kind of happened, and I apologize for that, but I was able to get it back up, so I guess disaster was averted. The other thing that I wanted to talk about in this episode is actually the subject of streaming. So I'm thinking about starting to stream some of these now, because we've explored, a decent portion of Scandinavia. We discovered a decent portion of this map, and the Beyond the Baltic Sea, should I say, and that's kind of been my main objectives early on in the series. It's going to take us a little bit to get down. Well, I mean, we got to finish this area first, and I'll do that with regular episodes. But it's going to take us some time to get down to France and Italy, so I'm thinking about streaming on Twitch and just doing it live, and talking as I normally would, because I'm not getting many views on these as of right now. I still have to promote this on Reddit a little bit more, so hopefully by the time most of you are watching, there'll be a couple hundred views on each episode. I've only had maybe 10 on each episode, or 15, so really, really abysmally low numbers. But I know I could get one or two people to come watch the stream, and I think if I set a stream schedule, that would kind of be a cool thing to do. I could kind of, answer questions live on the show, and kind of make it like, Q&A sessions, live streaming as I do this driving. I think it would help me come up with things to talk about, and I think that it would help, me be able to do a little bit longer of episodes too, rather than just playing for a little bit. So I'm gonna consider it. I still have to figure out how to set this PC up for Twitch, because I've not streamed in a very long time. It's been a matter of years since I've last streamed on YouTube, so that's something that I think, I don't even know, it was probably back in the old MLB days is the last time that I have streamed, so kind of got to get back to that a little bit. I'm surprised that the speed limit has not dropped through this, because it's like a little village up here, and it hasn't gone down to 50 at all, so that's why you always got to keep an eye out, because it's kind of interesting. This church steeple is really pretty up here too, by the way, with the sunset going on it. Once again, I'm just admiring the lovely, lovely graphics of this beautiful game, and the beautiful scenery, these beautiful countries in this beautiful game. Alright, Velena, and there's the 50, so I guess I gotta look for those signs when it shows the village entrance. That's how you know that you're at the 50. So that one I can understand, because it's just assumed that it's 50 in all the villages. Don't know if we have any cops behind us, but now it doesn't matter, because it should go up to 80 right after we cross this. Yep, there it is. So, alright, that helps me. Oh, it's 50 again. Why'd it go back? I don't know why it went back. That was weird. It's still 50. I don't understand. I don't understand the speed limits in these countries. They are very confusing. Also, this road is capable of supporting a truck going more than 50, so I don't know if one of my mods is conflicting or if SCS just had some poor speed limits in this, but I think that there's definitely some aggravating stuff from the game itself, or I'm just really that oblivious. I don't know. Here's another 50. We'll slow down for this little intersection, get on the A2 here in Latvia, which will get us up into Estonia again, for I think like the third time that we've gone through Estonia. Alright, I like this little intersection. See, I don't have to worry about traffic coming from the other way. That's very nice. Alrighty. Just make sure we don't have merging. How's this merge? Yeah, this is one of these short little yields. No traffic out the mirror though, so we should be good to just get right on over. That's what I like to see. It will be nice to get back to Sweden though, and be able to drive on these standard 4-lane roads. These do get a bit tiresome after a while. They are more fun to drive on when there's not traffic, I would say, because they're a lot more scenic. I mean, look at this. We are just truly in the middle. It's like being in the middle of the enchanted forest. No buildings, no ugly infrastructure, no anything that is unpleasing to the eye. This is all just very beautiful nature in Latvia here, and that's a cool little house. Imagine living in a town like this in Eastern Europe. I think that'd be pretty cool. Alright, we got a little village here, so down to 70 apparently. Okay, I guess that speed limit sign overrides the 50. See, what do these yellow signs mean? Does that mean that it's gonna slow down, or does that just mean that... I'm not really sure what those ones mean. It's tough when you go to all these countries and they don't all have the same signs. I'm kind of surprised that the EU hasn't actually standardized all that, to be honest. Well, that's it for the little village of Veresi. Kind of just little hit or miss villages here. Look how good the fog looks on the horizon. That's pretty fantastic, if you ask me. Just the way it kind of is coming out of the forest, it almost makes it feel like one of those damp summer days, and I actually think they do a really, really good job on that. I don't know why that guy has headlights on. I'll put my lights on, but not the headlights. Because I know you can get tickets for that, but luckily I don't think I have done that yet. That guy has his on too. I mean, it is a bit hazy. And I've driven in haze like this before, and it's not a bad idea to put your headlights on so people can, you know, see when you're coming. Kind of a tough thing to drive around in real life. I drove up when I went to DC in January. I drove through the mountains in West Virginia, and it was snow on the ground. Everything was covered in white, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, but the roads were horrible, and the fog was incredibly dense to where you could, if there was a car in front of me, I probably would not have seen it. It was nearly impossible to drive, but it was a really, really cool experience at the same time, and I stopped, got some pictures on the road. Actually, I just posted one on my Instagram. It's the last thing I've posted. So, if any of you follow me on Instagram, you can check that out. If you don't, let me know in the comments if you want me to, if you want my Instagram, and I'll send it to you. Republic of Estonia, welcome back to Estonia, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead up to 90. Appreciate those higher speed limits here. I know I say that every time I cross into a country that has that. But I do appreciate it a lot. We'll put our headlights on because it seems like everybody else has them on at this point too. And it doesn't look like we're going to get to enjoy this highway for much longer because we are about to exit. Alright, on to the E263 towards Tartu. Look at all that traffic. Trying to merge. Trying to do all that jazz. Alrighty. Sorry, dudes. I'm holding you up. I got right away, though. Alright, we're clearing the back. Let's go ahead and head north. You see how far north the sun sets this time of year? Not that the sun really sets this kind of time of year, because it's almost 9 o'clock and it is still up. Which is amazing. But at least it gives us more daylight to drive around the map, and I do appreciate that. Once we get down to Italy, it'll be fully dark by this time, I would assume, with the more southerly latitude. Alright, back up to 90 again. And just an hour and 5 minutes. We'll have completed this one. I am trying to pay attention to my money as well. We're right around 112,000. It seems like we are really kind of hovering around 113 at this point with our loan installments, which is fine. I mean, we can pay that off, and the money will just kind of stay the same amount. And even if we lose money slowly, as long as we pay it off before we get to zero, we'd still be okay. But there's really not much room for error. There's not much room for tickets. There's not much room for, you know, resting too much. We have to make the proper deliveries in order to continue to make a profit with this loan, which is why I'm glad I didn't buy a second truck yet, because if we had an issue with that, it would have been a serious problem. For some reason, I thought in the previous episodes that I owned another truck, but I don't. I just own this one, so I don't own any other drivers or any other trucks, but that will be coming soon. I think that's going to be one of my next priorities. Once I know I'm safely having the money to do that, we can you know, put another truck in our garage in Stockholm, get another trailer for our driver, and he or she can start making deliveries for us. And then we cannot be the only one making money, which will be nice because it'll allow me to kind of, you know, focus a little bit more on just exploring the map than the financial side, because we know we'll still have some money coming in. Of course, we're still going to want to work real hard to make money. Alright, let's go ahead and slow down here into this village. And the speed limit didn't drop. Okay. Oh, there it is, 50. Okay. So it did drop. It just dropped a little bit in, so... At least I was prepared for that one, because I saw the sign entering Estonia that it does drop to 50 and the village is here. What's that, like a gas station without the gas? I like that they had the bikes in front of it. I guess there's the gas part of the station. Kind of just a little convenience store, I guess. Kind of cool. Alright, let's head on back up. I really like the bikes in front of it, though. I am very, as I've mentioned before, interested in urban planning and walkability and all that kind of stuff, and I try to bike everywhere. I think I've mentioned on the show before. I like how I call it the show. Even though it's not a show, I call it the show. I've always kind of been into, you know, try to bike everywhere, try to walk everywhere myself. Gets me more steps every day, if anything. Alrighty, right in time for the sunset. Whoa. What was that? My track IR just spazzed out for a minute. I did not move my head. Don't know what that was about. My goodness. A lot of, again, some lag spikes, some track IR difficulties, having all sorts of problems in this one. But the good thing is we're having a successful delivery without any traffic incidents or tickets or anything like that, so I don't think I'll complain too much. Alrighty. So I think, is Tartu the second largest city in Estonia? I'm not sure, but there it is, guys. Welcome to Tartu. Tartu discovered Baltic Tour 16 out of 35. And that is almost the halfway point. We just have one more to go before we'll have discovered half of the cities in the area. And it feels like we've done more than that because we've obviously been through 3 of the 4 countries. There's just a lot of small cities that, you know, I think we passed by 3 or 4 up in Finland and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. It is what it is. Alrighty. Green light. I notice sometimes that the traffic kind of will, like, stop and let me go, which doesn't really make any sense. See, like, what he's doing there. Like, I don't understand why he would stop in a situation like that instead of just go when he has the right of way. That's something that they really got to look at. I mean, I'd rather have people, you know, I don't want people to cut me off on the other hand, but on the other hand, it is their right of way, and that's my fault if I'm turning into their path. So, I hope SCS looks at that, because it's kind of getting aggravating, because I don't know what they're going to do. DAF, truck dealer discovered. Not looking for any of those, but I do appreciate that in case I decide to get one in the future. I think I'll stick with my Swedish-made Scania fleet now, though. Alright. Let's handle this delivery. Let's do it properly. Alright, it's on the left. And it looks like we should probably just go to the right and then back it in at an angle. I think that would be the easiest way to handle this one. Okay. Into reverse. And just take it nice and slow. Nice and slow. What's out this right mirror? Are we clear on that side? Yeah, there's nothing over there. So I'm going to go left a little bit just to give me more space to pivot. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get this in on my first try. I think I'm going to have to pull it out and straighten it, but let's start turning it in now. What's on the right side here? Alright, we got plenty of room on that side, so we don't have to worry about hitting anything. Alright, now let's pivot it in. Alright. Get the truck straightened out, check on the right side. We're not going to hit any of those trucks. We are good on that side. Alright, now it's going straight back. We can turn it a little bit more. Don't hit that truck on our right. the one parked next to where I'm parking, obviously. Alright, yeah, I just messed up at the end a little bit. Alright, that hits the back, so let's go ahead and just pull it forward now. In fact, we can even pull forward in that spot if we wanted to. And then just kind of correct a little bit. Bring it to the right. I assume the real truck drivers have to do this sometimes too. I don't know. I feel like they usually are good enough to where they just back it in on the first try. But it's better to, you know, pull out, straighten it out, make it perfect than it is to just accept a crappy job in the first place. Alright, and then we'll do it one more time just to get it real good. Alright, into reverse. Alright, I would say that that's pretty good. Go ahead, put the parking brake on, engine off. How do we do? It's a little bit crooked. It's still a little bit crooked. Still could use a little bit better work. But overall, it's acceptable. You know, could have been a little better, but it's still better than what I've done in the past. So, good show of results. Alright, so current company job offers. We want something real short. But we also want something that is not going to, we have to worry about due dates. If we went back to Pskov, we're going to have to go through the border. That would take forever. That's 3 hours. That's kind of long. Luga, I don't want to go there. Riga, I've been there. Narva, been there. St. Petersburg, that's too far. Riga. I don't know if I'm liking any of these, because when's this one due? Okay, this one's not due until tomorrow at 3, so we could still rest and then take that tomorrow. It's only 3 hours and 13 minutes. Kind of goes back where we came from. And it would only take us a few minutes to do it in the episode, so it wouldn't make it a horribly long episode. I'm trying to keep them under 40 minutes just because they kind of get a little short at that point. So let's take these 16 tons of, we're close to Valmiera, Latvia, which I think should be a new city for us. All right, cargo has been loaded. And let's take a look, yeah, down the 2 and then on the A2, so right to Valmiera. So it should be a pretty quick delivery here. We're just on the outskirts of Tartu. It looks like it's kind of a big city. So I think, that is every city in this country except for Kunda. So we've really explored almost all of Estonia. I mean, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 cities. So we've done a lot. Looks like we missed out on 3 in Finland and 2 in Russia. And then Latvia, we're only going to have these 3 left. So we'll have done half of it. And then it's mostly just Lithuania. And then, oh yeah, there's Kaliningrad, which is part of Russia as well. So we've done a pretty good job exploring this part of the map, but let's go ahead and head to a place of rest. Go ahead, get that engine started up. Quick brake off, up into drive, and head on out of here again. Alrighty, guys. We've gotten our full nights of rest. I ended up driving to the parking facility on the other side of town. Well, the other side of this little area of the town, because it was in a, I couldn't figure out how to sleep at that garage, and I was just kind of driving in circles, and that would have been a waste of a thing to put in the video. So, let's go ahead and get on out of here now. 3 hours and 13 minutes to our destination today. Alright, good morning. Latvia. Looks like kind of a boring city, to be honest. The buildings look a little old. Doesn't really look like anything too great. Such is life in the post-Soviet Union, I suppose. These countries have developed a lot, though, since the fall of the Soviet Union, I will say. But they still lag behind Western Europe a bit in human development. But they are getting better, especially Estonia. As I've said before, I think Tallinn's supposed to be a wonderful place. Alright. Go ahead and get through this roundabout here. Or we will in a second. I haven't got many red lights. That was something that annoyed me in the last episode, was how many freaking red lights I got. Those can really get on your nerves. And yellow, green. It is nice it goes yellow before it goes green. That way if someone's sitting on their phone at a red light, they're going to know that it's about to change, and then people won't get road ragey about it. I know so many people who get road ragey, like, if you don't go as soon as it turns green, people get all mad about it. And it's kind of ridiculous. But I guess it is what it is. Oh, this is just a single lane roundabout. Okay. This one's a little easier to navigate than the double lane roundabouts. But I suppose it could lead to more traffic if it's in a heavily trafficked area, which it seems like this would be on the edge of the city. I suppose not. So during the first delivery, guys, I talked about possibly streaming. And I was kind of reflecting on that today and reflecting on my channel and, you know, kind of the videos that I've had in the past. So I got to watching on my TV. I got a smart TV that I can stream YouTube onto. And it kind of got me thinking about kind of the old days of my channel, back MLB 13, 14, the show. That was really the heyday of the channel, if you will, when things were very popular. And, you know, it was quite the time. I was getting 5,000 views on every video. Obviously, that hasn't happened in a while, and it really made me think how much I really want to, you know, I thought, those heydays are over, but, you know, there's no reason to think I can't build this series, can't build other series, and I can't rebuild the SimCity series. Who's to say that that's not popular either? Slow down here to 50. Ah, perfect, because there is a cop. It's like SCS perfectly places them there to get you tickets in villages. That was incredible. And this Aalborg Portland guy is going to hold me up here with his little cement truck. Thank you very much. But that was better awareness. I'm being better in this episode than in the last one. But anyway, I was kind of watching those videos, and it just brought me back to those days. I'm sure a couple people watching saw those videos way back in the past. And it just kind of gets you thinking about, you know, that was 6 years ago. MLB 14 the show, 5 years ago. 13 the show was 6 years ago. I was 16, and now I'm 22, and it's just weird to think how quickly that's gone, because it feels like those Jeff Davis years were yesterday, all the things that have happened in my life since. And it got me thinking of, you know, the things I've been happy with, how my life has gone, and things I've been unhappy with. And it made me think, you know, you really can't waste time to, you know, say that you'll do the things that you really want to do tomorrow. You know, you gotta do them today. You gotta just get out of bed and get in, you know, the things you've been afraid to do, the things you want to do them now, because, you know, you're not really going to be able to just save it for next week, save it for next month, save it for next year, because then a year becomes 2 years, 2 years becomes 5, and then you end up I always knew that, you know, when I was 15, and even now, I mean, I'm still, you know, I'm only 22, so by no means I still have my life. I still am at the point where I have my life ahead of me instead of behind me. But when I'm 40, and, you know, that's kind of the beginning of what I think most people consider middle-aged. You know, most people have kids by then, and they're kind of well-established in their careers by then. When I'm at that age, I want to look back and be like, yeah, my 20s, my 30s, which were my youth, were the greatest that they could have been. And, you know, I didn't waste time. I did the things I wanted to do. And that's kind of my, you know, my resolution for the rest of 2019, is to just do those things. And of course, one of those things is continuing this channel and this series, but just the other things I wanted to do in my life as well, you know, pursue the hobbies I wanted to pursue and go the places I wanted to go. Obviously, not everything is financially feasible, and that's fine. I mean, you can't have everything that you want, but you should try to get everything that you want. And, you know, if you want 10 things, then, or, you know, I shouldn't say things. If you want to do 10 things, should I say? It's not materials that, you know, are our goals. But if you want to do 10 things and accomplish 10 things, if you accomplish 5, I'd say that's still successful. You know, because you can't be a superhuman and do everything. But, you know, it's like the old saying: if you shoot for the stars, maybe you'll at least land on the moon. And as we know, landing on the moon was still one small step for man, one giant step for mankind. So that's kind of my philosophical talk for today's episode, if you will. I think I did one of those in a previous episode. But I think it's important, because I don't know how old many of my viewers are. I think it's mostly around, I'd say the average age is probably about my age, maybe a little younger, maybe 18. You know, maybe some of you are 13, 14. And, you know, make those high school years count, because, you know, you're only going to get that chance once. Speaking of, welcome to Latvia. I don't know what that's speaking of, but welcome back to Latvia, folks. I think we've crossed into this country more times than I ever thought I would have crossed into Latvia on a video game in my life 5 years ago. But here we are. It's kind of just a simple border crossing right there. They don't even have, like, the flags of both countries. I wish they would have. That would be really cool. Alright, back up to 80. A little slower limits in the city here. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys, your goals are. And, you know, if you're in high school, what you want to do. If you're in college, what you want to do. If you're out of college, you know, maybe you're watching this and you're 35, which is cool. I love when I hear that there's older people that play these games, because I feel like so many people get in their 30s and then they just kind of get bogged down with work, and then they stop. I feel like there's so many people that stop living when they turn 23, because that's the age when people, you know, kind of get their first job. And depending on the field you get into, I think there's a lot of people that kind of just settle into that job and just become part of the job, and their life revolves around it. And I think what really hits people is when they get married and have kids. So I think some people stop living right after college, and those are the people who always say that college was the best time of their life. And then the people that stop living, you know, when they have kids in their life, and they forget to kind of still have a life outside of that, those are the people who, you know, they say that the best time in their life was when they were 24, 25, 26, 27. You know, right out of college, your whole life you're just starting your life, really, starting into the real world. I mean, some people don't go to college, so that is earlier for them. But, you know, for a lot of people, they, you know, I think they kind of feel like they stopped living when they turn 30. And I don't want to be that person. I mean, I don't want to, you know, be 35 and just be in the grind. So I like it when I see that someone is 35, 40, 45 and plays a game like this, or, you know, has a hobby that they're into. Because, in all honesty, good for them. I mean, why should you stop doing youthful things just because you're 40 or 30? It doesn't, you know, I get that you won't have as much time if you have a family and a job, but still make an effort to once a week, you know, do something fun. And I don't know. I just feel like I know a lot of, you know, friends that I've had whose parents have told me that that's what their life has become, and they just kind of forget about those things. And I think that's honestly why, you know, they say, I've read a study on this, they said, on average, people are happiest when they're 23, and I'm 22, so that's in 1 year from now. I think happiness peaks at 23, or maybe it was 24, which means I'm still on the up at this point. I mean, it's higher than it was at 18, obviously. That makes sense, because, you know, I mean, I didn't enjoy high school the most. It wasn't the greatest experience. College has been better, but I think people are most happy when they're right out of college, because they fully become themselves and, like, they're ready to take on the world. And then people's happiness kind of gradually decreases until it dips when they're about 50, because that's when they're kind of in the heart of, like, the working age, midlife crisis, you know. But then it actually peaks again at, I think, like 72. People are as happy when they're 72 as they are when they're 23. And you may say that's bizarre, because, like, you've already lived your life. But it's because that's the age when most people retire in their late 60s, right? And they, someone just commented on my video. Great video, buddy. I just kind of learned. Thank you very much, Shawnee Mac, for the comment on my last video. I much appreciate that. And I love to get comments from you guys a ton. I love I know so many YouTubers say comment this, comment that, because they want the clicks. And you don't have to believe me if you don't, but I genuinely am not saying it for the clicks. I'd love to hear your guys' stories and what you guys think of the videos, and to interact with the people, because that makes me feel like, oh, like, people actually, like, enjoy listening to me ramble about life and all the stupid things that come out of my mouth. All the stupid things that I say through these videos. But anyway, you know, that's when people retire, and then they're not bogged down. They don't let themselves become bogged down by life. And then they're happy again, because they can focus on the things they enjoy. So it's kind of a myth that, like, you know, you can't be happy when you're older. And I think what happens is there's this trap that, like, so many people say, like, to be 18 again. People always told me that when I was 18. Now I'm 22. To be 22 again. I think some people still say, like, to be 24, 25 again. And it's almost like I'm not gonna let myself become one of those people. I'm not gonna let myself, look back on me sitting in my college apartment playing this game, saying, "Well, that was whoa, buddy. I was just about to get over, and you just did that. We got a car crash going on up here. That guy slammed into that barrier big time. He probably was texting and didn't see it on the road." Don't do that either when you're 22. Don't get yourself killed by texting and driving. That is very stupid. Valmiera discovered Baltatore 17 out of 35, so that is officially the halfway point now. I mean, 35 divided by 2, 17.5, but close enough. We've pretty much seen half the cities now. But anyway, to finish off what I was saying, because we're about to make our delivery here and finish off the episode with that, I think that I don't want to be that person, and I want to, be 35 and still feel like I'm pursuing the things I enjoy as much as I am now, and as much as I hope to be in 6 months from now, when I really, I make this the year that is. I want 22 to be the best year of my life that I've had so far, right? I want to make 23 even better, and 24 even better, and I want it to just keep getting better and better. And I don't want to look back and be like, yeah, I was happiest when I was 23, and now I'm 35, and I'm not as happy. And like, don't make those mistakes. Don't marry someone you don't really love. Don't have kids if you're not ready. Don't do a job you're not fully gonna enjoy, because then I think you'll become one of those people. And that's kind of the cup of tea for today's episode. Don't haul 16 tons of work clothes to the Freya if you don't want to. But I did want to do this, so I'm glad that I did. Alright. Where do you want it? Ooh. Alright, I think we'll just go all the way in left, and then we'll kind of back it into the right here. Or, I think I have a better idea than that. I'm going to loop around back here, and then back it in the other way. I think that would be better. I like how I always take these second deliveries. I'm like, the video's becoming kind of long. I'm gonna run out of things to talk about, and I somehow rambled all that together. I'm proud of myself for that one. I didn't think it would get into that good of discussion. It's hard to have a good conversation with yourself. It really is. That's why I kind of want to start streaming. Because if I start streaming, then you guys can ask questions, and then I can answer, and then it could end up into a long discussion about something about life, Alright, I gotta really be careful of hitting this building on the other side here. I mean, we are already on the pavement, very close to it. Nope. I overcut it. There wasn't as much room on this side as I honestly thought there was gonna be. Maybe I'll have to go back and do it the other way. I can just use my mirror. Alright, that's clear. We cleared the... See, when we cleared the building, it... Yeah, this is not gonna work. There's just not enough room. Let's try pulling out into the street, kind of, and doing it like that. Look at all this traffic. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Alright. If we push this to the left... What are we gonna hit? Are we gonna hit the building? If we can just kind of go in like this... Yeah, it's not gonna work. We don't have enough room. Alright, we'll circle around and do it the other way. I thought that one was going to go a little bit differently. Did not expect it to end up like that. That's okay, I backed out of it before I messed up. So I think this is still the first episode, I can say, in a long time where I haven't had any disasters happen. Because that one was not my fault. That was just me not understanding how this would work. Okay. Just keep an eye on that mirror. Can I pop up the... There we go. I don't think it's cheating to do that, because the problem is in real life, the mirror would look a lot bigger than on this computer screen. There's no depth of perception. There's no ability to really see where I'm going, so if I just pull that one up, it'll It would be like, it's because I lean into the computer and the Track IR doesn't lean in on the headset, so that's kind of annoying. Alright. I'll do it like that. This makes it much easier. Alright, we are clear on that side, so I don't have anything to worry about there. Let's just keep turning this thing in. Turn it a little more. Kind of straighten it out a little bit. We overdid it just a little, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, now turn it in. And straighten out the truck. Alright, now let's just pull forward and then back that in. We can turn those mirrors off. I don't think that's cheating to do that at all. As I said, it doesn't let me lean in as I would in real life, so I'm happy with that. Alright, see, this ended up successful. I am very satisfied with how this episode turned out. Both in terms of what I said and in terms of how I backed in the truck. Let's turn that park and brake on. How do we do? Ah, that is astounding. Look at that. It's all the way backed up to the loading dock, ready to go. That does it. Loan installment made, but how much money are we going to make to counter that? 351, so we're kind of back to where we were, but let's look at the job offers here. I won't need the rest if I take if I take one that's not too long. This will be for the next episode, obviously. Leah Paja would be interesting. That's not due till Wednesday at 10. It is 5:33, but I already drove 3. I think I'll still be good on driving. 3-4 to Parnu. I've already been there. Riga, Parnu, Pskov. I don't want to go there again. I think we'll do this one. We'll head all the way to the west coast of Latvia here. We won't hit Daugavpils, that means, but I think maybe we can go up to Ventspils after, and then we can kind of go down into Lithuania. So we'll take the 16 tons of carrots in the next episode, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. What are we up to that rest stop? 7:32. That'll be perfect. So we'll have a nice day drive through Latvia in the next one. For now, we'll see you guys next time. I'm Mr. Like 9916. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.